Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here. The Anker 737 power bank is definitely a beast. It's also very expensive, but is it for you? Let's find out together. Stick around. All right, so here we have it, the Anker 737 power bank, 140 watts of high-speed input and output, charges fast, and charges itself fast as well. So let's see what we have in the box. So we have our standard brick. Inside we have a cloth bag as well as a probably standard substandard manual. Off to the side with you. Inside the bag though, and you might forget about this if you didn't know it was in here, is a 140 watt USB-C to USB-C cable. Now, the interesting thing is I don't have anything even remotely this high rated in my home. In fact, most of the USB-C cables I have are not rated even close to this. So it's very nice that they put it in the bag, and we will be using it for our testing to make sure we're getting the full wattage out. So the device itself isn't super unique. It's a standard looking power bank for the most part. But if we compare it to some of the other popular power banks like the RavPower Pioneer, one of my favorites, and of course the venerable, unfortunately no longer available, Insignia, the power bank of choice for many as it was on clearance from Best Buy and we got them for a song. Very powerful, great devices. But you can see most of the power banks that you'll have are more flat, whereas the Anker is definitely a little bit different. I think it's a little bit better, but you want to see how it compares to some of these other power banks so that you can decide how you're going to carry it around, how it fits in your backpack or your purse. But there we have it. Okay, so let's take a look at the device's features. Right here we have two USB-C PD 3.0 outputs. One of them doubles as an input for charging. Very few of the power banks that I own have more than one. Sometimes you need two, right? You need something with two USB-C outs, and this has it. We also have a high-speed charging USB-A out. Other than that, other than attracting a lot of fingerprints, it looks unremarkable, at least for now. But there's a smart screen, and this is what you're probably really paying for. Everything's activated by this button. You can see the current level of the battery charge as it is, 32%. If you tap it again, you see specs of the battery, what sort of battery health it has, all sorts of good stuff. I've never before had a battery that tells me what its current battery health is. So that's kind of cool for those of you who don't want to be stranded without something at some point when it goes dead. And of course, you can turn the auto screen on and off if for some reason you want to see it all the time being on. So now I think it's time to actually start putting this thing to the test. Here's my Samsung Galaxy S21 smartphone, and I'm going to use the included 140 watt cable because I want to get the maximum power out of this thing that I can. So we plug it in. I've got two bolts here, two electrical bolts, and it says super fast charging. I have never seen my phone ever once say super fast charging. So I look at that and I'm thinking, wow, that's really cool. 38 minutes to charge from 59%. And that's actually fantastic. But let's see what happens though if I use a USB-A cable. And I'm going to use this high-speed Anker port here. And I see one lightning bolt, 41 minutes until charge. So it doesn't say super fast charging anymore, but it does say fast charging. So there's definitely a little bit of magic going on when using this cable and using the Anker as the power source. So next up, let's take a look at what makes this device so great. We have a full-blown like multimeter here. We can see that right now on port C1, 31 watts are going outbound. It also says that the A port has 0.1 watts going out. I think that's a glitch in the matrix or something because there's obviously nothing plugged in there. But being able to see these things instantly and know how much time you have left on your battery based on that charging output, that's great. I mean, you never know that. You have a couple of lights blinking on your power bank to tell you where it's at. If we plug it into power to charge, you can now see C1 is acting as a charge and it's drawing about 37 watts in. And we have an idea how long it's going to take for this battery to charge, which is about 1 hour and 41 minutes until it's fully charged. Is that information worth the extra money for this power bank? For some people, absolutely true. So now can we charge and use the device at the same time? So C1 is still accepting a charge input, and we have the A port driving my phone at 15 watts. And you can see that we're still generating enough power to top the battery off. I was going to look at that dual charger, but it did not work well, and I didn't figure you'd want me to waste my time. Now we're going to grab a dock and the Steam Deck, which is probably why you're here, and we're going to plug this nifty Anker into the dock, and see how the deck behaves. Right now, it is charging at 25 watts through the dock. That's pretty good stuff, right? That's what it should be. It's off. We're not playing. 25 watts to charge is fantastic. So it's getting maximum draw out of here to get that deck charged up for us. Now we're going to put it under load, right? This game runs at about 20 to 25 watts. This is Nex Machina. And believe me, this game pulls a nice heavy load off of here. So we can actually see that the Anker is providing plenty of power to be a play and charge at the same time device. So yeah, I mean, this is the real deal. And you can see that it's charging very, very well, giving us about 50 minutes to charge up from here. And we can also tell how much power and how long this Anker is going to last based on the current power draw. So we know we got about 38 minutes of this exact power configuration. Okay, so now we're going to plug in a second device. So we're going to have our Steam Deck as well as my smartphone plugged in at the same time. And let's see how things behave. Now we only have we only have regular fast charging here because we're using the A port. But take a look at that. My phone is drawing, closing in at 9 to 10 watts, and the Steam Deck is drawing the power that it needs as well. And of course, the battery is helpfully telling us how long on this configuration it will last until it is discharged. Again, for some people, that means everything. For some people, it means nothing. Now we're going to take a Switch and our Steam Deck. You know how it is. Got to feed the family. Somebody's got a Switch in the house. Somebody's got a Steam Deck. You can see that it's drawing pretty well, but the Switch isn't drawing hardly anything. It's not under load, even though the deck is. Okay, so now everything is under load. We're also going to put in my phone, and we're going to see just how all of this works out. And you can see that this device doesn't even break a sweat when powering 3 devices, 2 of rather high drain, and it looks great. It's doing its job very, very well. This is the ultimate traveler's power pack right here. You're going to be covered regardless. Okay, of course, the double Steam Deck family. Let's see how that fares. And yes, listen, this does happen. My wife has one. I have one. We'll put them both under load along with my phone, and we'll see exactly what this looks like on the Anker. So let's bring this up here, take a peek, and you can see we're drawing 40 watts a piece for the decks as well as 15 watts for the phone. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I mean, that's almost 100 watts of juice going out. And again, it's not breaking a sweat. Now, we only got 10 minutes left on there, but hey, c'est la vie. Okay, as a Steam Deck user, you probably have one question. How many times will this thing charge my Steam Deck from dead to fully charged? The answer is just over 2. It's about 42% of the battery is required, and it takes about 2 hours, which is actually pretty impressive to go from 0 to 100% battery on the Steam Deck. Now remember, that's not play and charge, of course. That is, it's turned off, you plug it in, and it charges. Not too shabby, and you can use this not just for your Steam Deck, but another person's Steam Deck, their Switch, your phone. This really is the ultimate versatile device. The question is it right for you? Only you can answer that question, as usual. For me, this is going to be my go-to battery from now on. I like having the information available to me at any given time. How much longer is this battery going to last based on what's plugged in right now? Current price on this thing is just over $100 if you get it on sale. Retail price MSRP is about $150. At $150, I would say you've lost your mind. At $100, now we're starting to get into the ballpark where if you have the use cases for this thing, it's probably going to be for you. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thanks always so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell. You guys know what to do. Leave a comment. Do you got one of these things? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let my viewers know. It really helps out the channel. Thanks always so much for watching, and take care. We'll see you next time.